while you asking auditing questions.
Not really.
What were the questions?
No, I want to do.
Number 11? Anything before 11?
Oh, I have. Hold on, I'm logging on right now.
Oh, I'm going to put it up here. Sir? Don't run, just walk. It's kind of slippery out there. I don't want you to fall and hurt yourself. Where it's wet, it's slippery. Okay, so here's one. Well, it'll get here anytime. Sometime. Come on, you can do it.
Yeah, can we do number 2?
Yeah, number 2.
Need number 1? Anybody?
Hold up.
If you missed that one, that's just bad luck.
I missed it? Did I?
No.
I could probably miss it. I make mistakes. Number 2?
Yeah.
This one's already done for you. It says graphing, but do you have to graph it? No. Y is going to make 0. That's 2x equals 18. X equals 9. So if x plus y is 16, then what is y? Then you're done. Just because they're telling you to do something doesn't mean you have to do it that way. As long as you, I'm going to fall over this cable. As long as you get the right answer. Now, the only time that you would probably have to do it is like where they set you up. I saw one problem where they're like, oh, what does this equation look like in, slope-intercept form? What does this equation look like in slope-intercept form? And then they're like, use substitution. I'm like, okay, well, it's already set up for that. So you just set the two equal to each other and solve it. So if they're not forcing you to do something, don't. ACT is not going to know what method you use. If you take an AP test, they're not going to know what method you use. Nobody really cares as long as you get the right answer. Okay?
I need to buy a calculator for the SAT. Which one should I get?
84.
So how'd you get
TI 84 Civil Edition.
Can you do 5?
So you be shining, dog.
TI 84?
It's not even silver, it's like glitter, isn't it?
Well, they're not anymore. This is a silver edition. The first silver editions were in like glittery silver, which is really cool. I don't have one of those.
Wait, isn't that the one I have?
Yeah, I want that.
Why is yours pink?
Because I like pink.
I know, but if it's a silver edition, why is it pink?
Right, because it's the model. It's called silver edition. Right. They still haven't made the gold version though, or titanium. Well, actually, they do have titanium. I'll take that back. Anyways, we're good here.
Yeah, can you do 5?
5. Solve the following system using substitution. So, see, here's a good example. We already see that the two x's are equal, right? So all you have to do is set them equal to each other. So that means that 7/3 y is equal to 7y plus 2. Huh? Because what does x equal? It's equal 7/3 y, right? And that's a y, so just throw it in there. So that's all I did. You guys okay with working with the fractions, or you want me to get rid of them? Do both? Get rid of them? So I'm going to multiply everything by 3 then. So this will be times 3, times 3, times 3. That makes it 7y is equal to 21y plus 6. Subtract 21y. That's going to give you a 6 on this side, and what is it? 14 on this side? Negative 14? So divide by negative 14. And y is what? Negative 3/7? Yeah. So y is negative 3/7. Which means x, and I'm just going to use this bottom one. So x is equal to 7/3 times 3/7 negative. Oh, nice. X is negative 1. Do you see it?
Both of my y's canceled out.
That's not good. If they truly did though,
Like
then that means that I get lots of gifts from construction. They're funny.
You brought me doorknobs.
Yeah, and I got a wooden ducky, and I got a whatever this is.
Realize that like they're giving you a bunch of random stuff.
Yeah,
And you just keep it. Why do you have a saw?
because that was one of the gifts. I want to see how full it gets. Every day they bring something.
Mine really canceled out and it's not the
Now, did you get a true statement at the end?
I just have 42.
42 equals
No.
0?
12 y.
It's this problem. All right, so let me get here. Tell me the original problem, because I want to move it. Hold on, it's gonna open up smart.
Why'd you do that?
Just so I didn't want to go and click find it. Because it's gonna have to open it anyway to put it in there.
I did. But they get
Faster. Boom. See that? Okay. So what does yours say, Callie?
The first one's x equals 4y plus 14.
X equals 4y plus 14.
And the second one's x equals 4/3 y.
4/3 y. So 4/3 y is equal to 4y plus 14
Yeah.
times 3 times 3 times 3. That becomes 4y equals 12y plus, what is that, 42?
Oh, I messed up.
Okay.
I messed up.
So, there you go. I'm glad you found the mistake. All right, what was the next question?
Hold on. Okay.
Oh, from this one?
Mhm.
Here you go.
Okay. You're good.
Thank you. I was just taking a sip of my coffee, of my Java. Which one did you say?
I wanted both of them.
Blah, blah, blah. 6? Oh, same thing. What does y equal? So plug it in here. Oh, I see why you're saying this. So here's what happens. You have 20x, right? Minus 4 times whatever y is equal to 0. 5x goes in here, doesn't it? So 20x minus 20x. Does 0 equal 0?
5x because y equals 0.
Yeah. So I got 0 equals 0, which means
I'm so done.
that's a true statement. So you're going to get infinitely many solutions. So you're going to get B.
Okay, so if it's 0 equals 0, it's infinity.
Yeah. If you get a true statement at the end, like you can't go further, and it's a true statement, then you get infinite solutions. Now, if you get a false statement, like if that said 2 equals 0, then that's not true, right? Which means you would get no solutions.
So like 1, 1, 2, 2.
1 equals 1, 2 equals 2, x equals x. Anything that equals itself is a true statement. If that's true at the end, then there's going to be infinite many solutions. If you get a false statement, then obviously you're not going to get a solution. Okay? Good question. All right, anybody else? 'Cause I'm going to need about half an hour to do one problem this next lesson.
So you're going to have
What?
like 5 questions on the homework?
Huh?
So it's going to be like 5 questions on the homework?
Have a game today. Don't do that to me.
It'll probably be like 5. Because this is going to be, these are time
Like
consuming.
it's really that long?
Not really, but yeah.
What happens when you do all the work and you get it
Why
wrong?
would you push that upon me?
Yeah, I won't get that done.
When I'm trying to do
Five
it
problems.
now.
It will take me 30 minutes to do this problem.
That is way
Okay.
too much
So,
time. You laugh.
It's like really not funny. Like I'm really crying right now. I can't see it yet.
because their crocodile tears are just that big, they're bulging through. They're trying to.
I lost all those.
I love crocodiles.
I love crocodiles. All right, here it is. Gracias. Is it the fractions again? Whose question was this? Is it the fraction?
It was like the X and the Y on
Okay, that's just this. Okay, this is the same thing as that. Because here's what's really happening. It's really 1/3 times x. So what's 1 times x? X over 3. It's just easier way to write sometimes for us, so that we're not wasting time or ink.
So 1/3 x plus 1/3, or 1/2.
Oh, I'm just saying that these are the same. Because they look different here, don't they, from the other fractions that we've seen before? And that's all I'm saying. So all you need to do here, oh man. Again, multiply by the common denominator, which happens to be 6 in this case, right? So 3 goes into 6 twice. That becomes 2x plus 3y is 6. Here we're going to multiply everything by 3. So times 3, times 3, times 3. That's going to give me x plus 3 times 3 is 9y is 33. And then you solve that system. Okay? So I think you can go from there, right? Cool? Not this system? Okay, I can finish it. I'm going to go after the x's because I just have to multiply by -2 here. So I'm going to go times -2. So this red equation, the second one, is going to become the green equation now. So -2x minus 18y is -66. Once I combine them, I'm going to get -15y is equal to -60, which means that y is 4. Okay. Now I'm going to get x, and I'm going to use the bottom one because it's got less fractions in it. Okay? So I'm going to use blue this time. So x thirds plus 3 times 4 is equal to 11. Everybody see that that's just 12, right? So I'm going to subtract 12 to both sides. That's 0. So x thirds is equal to -1. What's the opposite of dividing by 3? Multiply by 3. So x is equal to -3. So there's one, and there's the other. And remember, put it inside a parenthesis. Otherwise, yeah, no boxing. No boxing, okay? Don't put them in the boxing. Jordan, you're the only one that remembered. Everybody's like, okay. Boxing in the woods and in moosing and in the woods and.
Not gonna graduate. Yeah, that's a big thing. I was supposed to have it
Desert solstice. Is solstice the summer or the winter one?
You have one for the winter and summer.
Well, there's 2 solstice and then there's 2 equinox. Thank you.
You have a summer, the summer solstice, which is
Anyway.
So does solstice change from like cold?
Anyway,
I don't remember.
Mom said that. She was like, everyone's affected by him leaving.
Yeah, but it also designates when you go from like
Like he died.
summer to fall. So that's what like, because I know
But
like
it's true though.
like spring and summer are supposed to be like the warm ones. So does that, are they separated by equinox or
Like,
solstice?
there's also one there.
Let it go.
I called him.
Let it go. Myself. Are we good? Are there any others from the homework? Thank you. All right, cool. Let's get to work then. So, here we go. Where's my presentation? Here it is. All right, cool. So here, and I'm not gonna open this up in big view because I'm gonna just jump back to Smart anyway. Here's the objective for today. 1, you need to understand the geometry of a system of equations in 3 variables. A system of equations in 3 variables. Solve a linear system with 3 equations and 3 variables by eliminating. And solve a linear system in which one of the equations has missing terms, and then solve special systems. So now we're going to graduate from 2 equations, 2 variables to 3 equations, 3 variables, okay? Now, let's start with the first objective, which is understanding the geometry behind it. When we... Hey, where's my gallery?
What?
Okay, so so when we did a two equation, two variables, what we pretty much had was two lines that cross each other at some point, right? And they kind of just did that, right?
Yeah.
Now, two equations, if you have two variables, that means that you've got x and that you have y. So up and down. When we work with systems of three equations within three variables, that means that you're going to have systems that actually now have, they've got x, y, but they also have z equals some constant. So you have a third variable, which is z. And simply describes, when you have two variables, you're looking at two-dimensional. Whenever you have three variables, you're looking at three-dimensional. So you have, here you have one that goes across for x. You've got one that goes straight up and down that goes for y. But imagine you had another line that cut right through the center, and I know you can't see this on the video, but it comes right at you as z. Make sense? So it's kind of like, see if I can try to draw this some. Kind of cuts right through here towards the back. This would be in the front where it's a little bit bigger. Okay, and it kind of gets smaller as you go because it's got that depth, right? So it's just cutting right through. So you have three variables. I know it's horrible, I'm sorry. But you understand what I was doing with the ruler? Okay, you're not going to be able to see this on video. So you have one direction, which is x. You have one direction, which is y. And then you have another one that goes right through, which is z. So it's three-dimensional. Okay? I know it doesn't look like, but that's the best I can do for you. So you can look at two, but you see you have another two, and you can see all three of them, okay? So, actually, let me see if I can find you a 3D graph for that. 3D graph. Nope. Let's see here. I'm sure I can find something on the web.
Wait, on YouTube, can I see what you're typing in everything?
What?
Can I see this?
See what?
Whenever you're live streaming?
X, Y, Z, grid. And there you go. And I think you guys have seen those in geometry, right? Where you got x-axis, y-axis, and then you have the other plane, which is your z. So this is three of them. And that's what you're graphing on.
Great.
Yay, we're adding another dimension of difficult.
I've never hated my life more than this one.
Say that again?
I've never hated my life more than this one.
No, you're fine. It's okay. You will survive.
Not with these grades.
Now, let's get to it because there's not very much time. So, it's not an ordered pair anymore because the solution to this will not be where two lines cross, but where three variables cross. So the three lines have to cross at some point still. So it's called an ordered triple. Not an ordered pair because a pair is two. It's an ordered triple. And yes, you have to make sure that you answered in X, Y, Z in that specific order. Just like you had X, Y, here we're going to put the answers down in X, Y, Z form. Okay? So we did that. Oh, nice pictures. So here's some 3D pictures for you. They're not as interesting. But if you take a look at this one, all three lines are intersecting at some point. That is a single solution. Or if they all cross at some specific point like so, that's also going to give you the one solution. If you can have all three of them be on top of each other, which would give you the infinite solutions. Or they're all parallel, which would give you no solutions. Or you can have no points of common connection. And same other two pictures there, okay? And this is just straight up old geometry. Let's get into the nitty gritty here. So let me take, where'd it go? Let me take that first problem. Okay, and here's the slides that show you how to do that problem. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 slides. Okay, I'm gonna do my best to show you the idea of it, and it's not gonna be a big problem. So let me minimize this. Okay. All right. Make you smaller. Are you guys ready? No? Okay. Let me know when you are. So here's what I want to do. I want to do a little piece of it, then you can copy it. I'll do another little piece, then you can copy it. That way you guys are seeing it and practicing it, okay? Don't write everything as I'm doing it, because you're going to miss stuff, and then you're going to be angry and frustrated.
You're gonna stop.
Okay?
So why?
Yeah, I'm going to stop at some point, some critical points, okay? I have an idea of where I want to stop.
Oh.
Okay, I already know where I want to stop. Because it really is just chunked down. The only method of solving these are going to be with elimination. Okay? Okay. So it's going to be elimination. So the same idea is I want to get rid of one of the variables, right? By adding them, and when I add them, they go away. Okay? And all I have to do is kind of chip away at it. I want you to notice that the two first x's are positive and the last x is negative. So I'm going to pair up the top one, x plus y plus z equals 2, with negative x plus 2y minus z equals 1. And then I'm going to take the second one, x minus y plus 2z is equal to 2, and I'm going to pair it up with that one again. So I'm always going to use 1 twice.
Does it matter which one?
No, that's going to be up to you. But you will always use one of the equations twice. Okay? You guys want to copy what I did? Now this is a really easy one right here, because some really cool things happen. I'll show you in a minute. We're good?
On the top left one, the x plus y plus, is that a z or a 2?
Thank you. Okay. Are we good here? Now, do you guys see the beauty of the left side? What happens with the x's? Gone. What happens with the z's? Gone. That means that 3y equals 3, so y equals 1. 1 down, 2 to go. Over on the right side, I kind of chose it this way, right? Because I knew what was going to happen with the x's. X's, gone. Y plus z is equal to 3. I'll pause there. Not so bad. I already know that y is 1, right? Which means z is how much? 2. So z is equal to 2. Go to the very top one up there. it says x plus y plus z is 2. It says, whoa, I don't want that. It says x plus y plus z is 2. So that means that a 1 plus a 2 gave me a 2. So what does x have to be? Not 0, negative 1. And you could solve it if you wanted to. X plus 3 is 2. Minus 3 minus 3. That means that x is a negative 1. Now, I have a solution. I'm suggesting negative 1, comma 2. What should I do before I submit this as an answer? For one of the equations? All three of the equations. Same like the 2 by 2 system. The solution had to work for both equations. Here it has to work for all three equations. And I've had it where it does work for 2 and not for 1. So please make sure you check all three. You don't want to have done all that work and have had ruined it. Okay? Not so bad? Well, this one was just like a nice little intro. Okay? But they're all going to follow the same idea. So let's. Do I need to wait a little bit for anybody? Let me show you the whole page. There you go.
How do we finish a test on this in 1 hour?
Huh?
How do we finish a test on this in 1 hour?
You won't have 25 questions. And I'll show you. Actually, you might have 25 questions. But I'll show you how. Let me do this first. Come on. I'm not going to let you suffer.
I'm already suffering. See my
Okay? You already knew what all of this was going to happen. You just got to know what's going on. So, okay, here we go. Next one. Is that a new one? Yeah, example 2. Oh, well, that was... All right, let's see here. Why did they choose this example?
Because why not?
Because why not? So this one has some missing variables in it. You see that? The top one is x minus y. This one is 2y plus 5z. It's missing x. And this one is missing y. Here's how you rewrite it so that you have all of them. So you have x minus y plus 0z equals 6. What have I added to this equation? Nothing. Nothing. But now I got that placeholder, right? That's it's magic. So the next one should read 0x plus 2y plus 5z is equal to 1. And then 3x plus 0y minus 4z is equal to 8. Okay. Maybe I don't need dollar bills to have fun tonight. Hello, cheap thrills. Okay, I do have to point this out, and I'm sorry to burst your bubble. Sometimes systems don't give you nice answers. They're going to give you like, if I'm talking about matrix now. So if you throw it into the matrix, it might give you like 2.1826, blah, 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 blah. And you might get like 5.3215, blah, 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 blah. And the computer's going to ask you for exact answers, which means you have to do it by hand. Okay? All right, you guys ready to solve this?
Yeah.
I'm gonna move that out the way. Let's see here. Here it's up to us really what we want to do. Which one of these do you want to use the way it is? This was if you're going to throw in the matrix. Because then that gives you 1, negative 106. 0, 2, 5, 1, blah, 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 all that good stuff, okay? So let's take a look at this here. What do you guys want to use? What do you want to try to get rid of between these? Nobody's just going to just take a guess at it? Yeah, just choose one. I don't care. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave. Let me delete this. I'm going to leave the top one alone, okay? Is that cool? So x minus y equals 6. And then over here with the other two, which was my 0x plus 2y plus 5z is equal to 1. 3x plus 0y minus 4z is equal to 8. So what I want to do is get up an equation like from here that will have an x and a y in it. Okay? So what I'm going to do is get rid of the z's. And no matter what you pick, that's what's going to happen. You're going to have to eliminate the one that you have the variables for. So I need to get rid of the z's in this case. I'm going to have to multiply the top by what? 4. And the bottom by 5. So that's still 0x plus 8y plus 20z is equal to 4. Looking at the bottom equation, that is 15x plus 0y minus 20z is equal to 40. I'll pause there. Fix my 20. I'll try to write this better. It's looking bad. Are we good here? Bad. This is so out of calibration. So uncalibrated. Yeah, because it was 4 times 0. Oh, not so bad on that one. Which one? The Cheap Thrills song? I don't even like that song. I don't even know why they got what's the supposed reggae guy. All he does is go, "Ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba." Like, how much money do you get for that? Add them up. 0, 15x plus 8y is equal to 44. And guess what we're going to do with that equation? We're going to take that. Oh, no, stay there. We're going to take that and we're going to match it up with this one. 15x plus 8y is 44. Because now you have what you've been doing. 2 equations, 2 variables, right? So let's get rid of, what do you guys want to get rid of? The y's? That way, yeah, because I only have to multiply by 8. So 8x minus 8y. How much is that?
48.
Thanks. 48. Gone. 23x is equal to 92. Does it divide? Please say yes.
Please say.
4? 4 times now. Yay! X is 4. Okay? So,
With the bottom equation, just the x and that's it?
which one?
The blue one.
This one?
Yeah.
I didn't do anything with it. It was what we had over here. It came from right here. I just copied it, yeah.
So is there a faster way, or you said we even have 25 questions? Can I take?
Okay, so I'm saying sometimes you're going to have to do this.
Sometimes you can use a calculator.
And most of the time you'll use a calculator. Now that I know what x is, then that means that y should be how much? 2? Negative 2?
How do you use the calculator?
I'll show you in a minute.
Look at his last
Well, actually, we could plug it into any one of the ones you want, right? Like this one here. 3 times 4 is 12. Actually, the top one's easier. Why is negative 2? That's what I got. Right? From here. The first one. And then you could plug that into one of the other ones and get the other value. We need z. So this should be z is 1. Because if we put the negative 2 in here, we're going to add 4, and then we're going to get divided by 5. So z is 1. Okay? Now, yes, the magic question. How do I do this faster?
Why did you put 4 over there? Because the 2 and
Yeah, because this is going to be negative 4, right? And then you still have to move it over anyway.
okay.
So I just went ahead and did that. All right, cool. You guys ready? Oh, I can hold up. Everybody gets lost. Don't feel bad if you got lost. These take a lot of time, and this one was even also sorry. This is also an easier example of the others. The other ones, what will happen is you're going to get the two systems, kind of like at the beginning, and one will produce one equation, the other will produce another equation. You take those two equations, and you eliminate on that system. That gives you one, and then you can go back. Okay.
Wow.
So don't feel bad. We can still do some more. I'm going to give you some tonight. And then hopefully we'll do some more tomorrow by hand.
Number 10.
What?
Problem for him.
We'll see. Say 10 for homework. Here we go. Can I go to the calculator now? No? Yeah? Okay. So again, let me clear what I've got here. Let me get rid of the 3 by. You don't need to see all that. You don't need to see that.
Can we practice on this?
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. All right, cool. You guys ready? So let me start with the first system up here. It's right here. You guys see it? Calculator status. Everything is done inside of the matrix feature. Okay, well, all your commands are anyway. This is called the home screen. That's where you're going to do your math part of it. Oh, so I'm going to go second. Now, please write this because I'm going to do it twice, right? Please watch me do it once, and then the next time you can write it down. So, go second matrix. That puts me into matrix. I'm waiting for people to write it down. Well, whichever one, I don't care. Just do it one time. So I'm pausing. Are you guys going to write right now or write on the next one?
Next one.
Okay, cool. So we'll write on the next one. So I went into matrix. I want to put it in first, right? So I have to go over to edit. And there's the ones I did yesterday. I'm just going to go enter here. And I'm going to change this. Now this is rows by columns. Every matrix, you talk to it about it, rows by columns. This has 3 rows, but it's going to have 4 columns. It's going to have an X column, a Y column, a Z column, and then the answers column. So I need to change that to be a 3 by 4. What's up, love?
So, Jasmine has a gift from you for construction.
This early?
Yes,
Oh my
sir.
god.
I'm afraid.
Watch him like rolling something.
What is it?
What is it?
A water cat.
What?
Baby cat? We caught it.
Why did you guys catch a cat?
Can I keep it?
Does anybody want a cat?
Where are we supposed to put it at? Oh my gosh!
Isn't cat so traumatized right now? It was stuck.
I'm going to work on this matrix real quick. 1.
We're not gonna pay attention to that.
I am.
You need 2. 1, 1, 1, 2. Right? That's the top row. 1, 1, 1, 2. Okay? Next row is 1, negative 1, 2, 2. Did anybody keep it or did they take it? Okay.
Where were we supposed to put it at? Your bag?
Who was gonna keep it?
We can put it in, what are we supposed to do, walk around with it? I'll keep it.
No, then
Go get it.
Yeah, you take it home. I got a box.
You got a box.
There's a box right there. You can put it in the box.
Yo, let's
And I keep it, walk around school, I keep it in the box.
That's what I said. If you want to leave it, pick it up after school. It's fine. Last line. -1, 2, -1, 1.
What is it? -1?
Yeah, it's all up there. Any questions on where those numbers came from?
Say it again, -1.
Well, they're right here, bro. -1, 2, -1, 1. They're all coming from the matrix. Do you want the blue pill or the
If we
red
don't
pill?
like that, is it gonna take 15 minutes?
I don't like you. That's how I feel.
Okay, you guys good? That's actually the hard part. That's the hardest part. Can I continue?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. I'm going to quit, so I'm back on the home screen.
Wait, what?
I went second quit, because that puts me back to the home screen. Okay? I'm going to go back into Matrix, and I want to do some math this time. So I'm going to go to math. You guys remember the feature I'm looking for? RREF. Push enter. Now, which matrix do I want to reduce? The A, right? So I got to go back into matrix and the names. And it's the first one, which is called matrix A. Enter. Enter again. Brah! There's a solution. And that's what we had, right? -1, 1, 2.
Wow, this is easy.
Okay? Now, let me explain to you the way this works. Hey, I'm vertically challenged. Well, yeah, I guess I am vertically challenged. Here's the way it works. Do you remember how the first one's the X column? This is telling me that 1X is -1. 1Y is 1. 1Z is 2. If for some reason you did this, and this had a 0 in it, and then some number, then you're not going to have solution. It doesn't have no solution to that system. Because it's telling you 0 Z's is a 2? That doesn't make sense, does it? So that would be no solution. Okay. All right, cool.
Look at cat. Go get it. I'm gonna finesse it. No.
Okay, now you do it.
I just want the cat because it's cute.
Because it's cute.
I hate cats.
Okay, I want you to do it this one. You want a pineapple pen? Okay, so here we go. I'm going to do the next one. Let me minimize this again, that side screen. So here's this one. So, it's funny. I scared Olivia Carter. She was doing something and my phone was there and just yelled at her. She's like, that's funny. Yes, I'm laughing at her. Second. Okay, edit. Whoa, which one are we gonna edit? Let's edit the number 2 this time. Or actually, let's start a new one. I'm gonna go to 3. Okay, matrix C. Push enter. What are the dimensions of this matrix?
3 by 2. 3 by 4. 3 by 3.
It's still a 3 by 4. Because remember, if you're missing variables, you still have to add them. That's what I told you the first time I did this, right? I put those 0x, the 0y, the 0z in there. So this is still a 3 by 4. Now the top one, I've got 1, -1, and what do I put in for 0? Sorry, Jordan, did you get the instructions how to get there? Yeah. Okay, good. I just said I was going to do this one slower. And then the answer should be 6. Hold on, I didn't put 0 in, did I? I didn't hit 0 enter. And then 6. And then this one, we're going to go 0, 2, 5, 1. And this one is 3. 0 on this one? I'm just going to push enter because it's already 0 there.
Wait, wouldn't it be negative?
Negative 4. And then 8. Okay? So it looks like we got everything, yeah?
So what do you do with that?
Okay. Back to the home screen because that's working to our math.
I got it.
And you do that by going second, quit. Okay. So from this point, I'm going to go back into matrix. So second, matrix, math. And I'm going to push up until I get to RREF. Once I get there, enter. Okay. Now I want to make sure I put that matrix. I want a RREF in there. So second matrix. This time it's C. I'm just going to push 3 for that. Now what? Enter. Do it. Solve it.
Oh, I got it. This is easier.
So it's not gonna work like this for all of them?
I was working with one of Roslo's kids yesterday, and some of his systems were not nice, whole numbers, and the problem did ask for exact, which means that you'd have to get the fraction solutions for that. For now, I think we're working with just this until we don't. And then those that they don't, then we'll do them together, okay?
This will put it in a decimal, not a fraction.
Correct.
Can you just convert the decimal to the fraction?
If you had an Inspire, it would.
He's smart.
Okay? All right, cool. Any questions?
I took it.
That's it? What time is it? Oh, we got 3 minutes left. So awesome.